Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're all doing very well indeed, and welcome back to Londinium. It's good to be back home, able to get back on the video grind and stuff. I hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe. We're in a lovely full lockdown again, so it gives me an excuse at least. What are you doing here? Being back in London means I get to see all my friends again, which is very nice. Obviously social distancing, one at a time, all of that jazz. We're going to meet up with Tom, because him and I are sort of sticking together in a social, support bubble kind of job. We're also hitting back onto the road to level 50. It's been a while, because basically the whole grind, I'm on that level 47 task thing, or the task that's at level 48, is walk 25k 8 weeks in a row. And I'm currently on week 3. It's just chugging along, isn't it? That's all you can do with this sort of thing, is just let it progress. But I did want to keep you up to date with how everything is sort of going. So yesterday morning at like half midnight, I managed to complete the 200 kilometers walked with a buddy. And most of that was done while I was in Bristol walking the family dogs around the property, and a little bit of GPS drift. Love a bit of GPS drift. Also yesterday afternoon, when I went with Tom for the daily exercise routine, managed to finally collect the 10 bloody souvenirs. The 10 souvenirs take way too long to get, it's so infrequent and random. And the 300 buddy hearts, I think I got that way before New Year. I can go into detail a bit later about how that was achieved. I think I was rotating 3 or 4 buddy Pokemon, ultra buddy Pokemon, through their daily hearts, and some of them were getting to excited mood because it's now easy to get to excited mood, so that was sort of chugging along quite nicely. But today it's time to actually grind the Unova event. We've got sunny weather because it's actually a lovely day at the moment, and I want to get XL Drilber candy. That is the plan. So let's have a good day, or a good weekend, shall we? There's a few things to sort of catch up with. So, done 2 lucky trades yesterday, I believe it was, or the day before, I can't remember. Did a lucky Sandile trade with Sarah, which went pretty well, 14, 14, 15 Sandile on my part, so that's definitely going to be involved this video to complete that lucky dex. And also tried a shiny lucky Meltan trade with Tom. Less fortunate, that's to say the least, which was a problem. Lillipup Spotlight Hour happened while I was in Bristol. I was editing the Genesect Duo video, or exporting it at the time. I gotcha'd the 10 spawns that were at my parents' house, and one of them happened to be a hundo. No shiny Lillipup. I couldn't really go out and grind the session for an hour, didn't really feel like doing it. I have like 6 or 7 shiny Lillipup, so I'm not that concerned, but a hundo Lillipup definitely made up for it, and that was a gotcha hundo. Nothing better than a gotcha hundo, unless it's a shundo, obviously. Tom has arrived, so we're probably going to head to Walpole, grind out some XL Drilber candy, because, and a Tepig XL candy as well, because it is sunny weather at the moment, so we might as well crack on. Yeah, Christmas is very much dead. So I will boot up screen record while we walk around Walpole and stuff, because Tom and I yesterday had a little bit of a chin wag, and we're thinking about what might be required for level 49 and level 50. And it's good to see the guy on the bike with the speaker again. Wouldn't quite be a weekend session Walpole without that guy cycling around. I have a suspicion, and Tom has a suspicion as well, that level 49 could be based on friendship sort of levels, so maybe you're going to have to open a certain number of gifts. Wait a minute. And I don't know if any quests have been data mined for it, that's the thing. Oh, did they give out all of the quests?
They sort of did a little bit of a
teaser. Also shout out Secret League, the new shiny Mewtwo mask. He threw in another one for me as well, because it's 16 quid in postage, which is nice, so thanks Glenn, muchly appreciate.
This is what they said.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that matches the importance of your friendship with your buddy Pokemon, it's your friendships with other trainers. People we meet on our Pokemon journeys bring so much to our lives, and cultivating those friendships is the key to becoming an amazing Pokemon trainer. Reach level 49 by sending gifts, acquiring lucky Pokemon food trades and more. That's on GoHub.
Okay, so definitely opening gifts, acquiring lucky Pokemon, so that's not lucky friends, that's just lucky trade Pokemon normally. And we're probably going to have to get like a couple of new best friends, I would assume. Get people to best friends. I'm trying to think what else.
Trade distance?
Yes, that was it. That was a good point. Maybe you're going to have to make, I don't know, 1,000,000 kilometers in trade distance or something. I'm not so sure, but that's a good sort of start to have a think about it. And then level 50 is probably going to be a accumulation of everything. So you're going to max Pokemon, all of that sort of stuff.
This is what on GoHub. To reach the highest available level in Pokemon, you must master all aspects of the game. Some examples include making excellent throws, catching legendaries, defeating Go Rocket leaders with Pokemon under 1500 CP.
Oh yes, that's a challenge. It's going to be a mixture of stuff.
I'm expecting, and this is obviously based on absolutely nothing, I'm expecting it to have 9 quests related to the quests before.
Yeah, 9 or 10 quests or something.
Yeah.
It would make sense to have one based on every level. So the rocket leader thing, for example, is defeat rocket leaders with 1500 CP mons, and you know the level 40. What was it? Level 47 was maxing Pokemon. So level 47 is probably going to be max another 1 or 3 Pokemon to level 50. Yeah. So I would avoid maxing any mon to level 50 right now. Get it to level 49, sure, and then hold off on that final power up, because you're going to be kicking yourself if you find out that you've maxed your Pokemon to level 50 and then you have to do it again. While we're just wandering around catching weather boosted Drilbur, might as well introduce the fact that the Sinnoh week, which is starting on the 12th of January at 10 AM your local time, and it runs for the next 5 days until January the 17th, sort of nicely coincides. Obviously Heatran overlaps that a little bit. Heatran's here until the 19th, I believe. But the key things to note, not really overly interested in the spawns and stuff, we'll be chasing Bidoof, the XL Candy, obviously, but Shiny Weasel is going to be the new shiny, which I think that is a good choice. That is an overdue shiny. That is a very good choice compared to Snivy for the Unova week. And the other key thing is that Gible is back in raids. It will be a level 1 raid boss. So please, if I am on your friends list, any Discord member, we're going to have to put a Gible raid bot thing in the Discord. Come and join the Discord if you want to do some global raids. Send me a Gible invite, please. Any hour of the day, if I'm online, send me a damn Gible invite, because I want more Gible. I'll take Gible raid hour over Heatran raid hour, frankly. Heatran can get lost, because I believe Heatran has been here the longest overall time of any legendary raid boss. It's been here for the most amount of weeks. It's kind of meh, it's okay, but I'm not going to chase XL Candy for that damn thing. The Sinnoh Collection Challenge is going to include Turtwig, Chimchar, Piplup, Craniados, Shieldon, Combi, Buizel, and then 2 Shadows. Shadow Stunky and Shadow Snova. Now Shadow Stunky is featured in the most common, what seems the most common rocket stop, I believe, where there is light there is darkness or something. Shadow Snova, on the other hand, tricky. Bit more tricky to try and find an ice type one. Just gonna try a Genesect solo. Got the sunny weather, got the mega boost. I did try it last night, but that Genesect that I tried last night had Magnet Bomb, which you don't want to face. You need X Scizor. Anyway, let's see if we can do this solo. Wish me luck in the comments. Well, sadly the Genesect had Magnet Bomb, which means that you take slightly too much damage off of the charge moves of the Genesect, so can't do that solo, unfortunately. I'm going to have to wait for another one. But I did want to slide over to tags. Sandile, where is it? Got the lucky Sandile from Sarah. In fact, it's called Sarah Dial. I finally got the candy. Obviously I've hatched quite a few of them. I've hatched 3 or 4, and then we got the one from the level 45 challenge research. We're going to send it over. I'm not going to find out what the name of the mon is, because obviously I've renamed my Pokemon. Croc-a-crook. Something like that. They do look a little bit like a sort of stereotypical burglar, actually, with like the not the bandana, the mask and the striped outfit and stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Let's send over to the final form. This is one I've actually wanted to get, because it's a semi-decent ground type. Might use it if it's worthwhile. Could do a unique Heatran. We've already done a unique. Look at that. That's quite a beastly Pokemon. That does look very cool. Crocodile. That is cool. That's a nice new Gen 5 ticked off. Fantastic. Mudslap Earthquake. It only learns Crunch, Outrage and Earthquake, so it doesn't learn Earth Power. So that, okay, it's not quite as useful maybe as you first think, but Where does it max out as? 3420 for a level 50. Could be worse. I do actually have 2 hundos from a little while ago, which are Gen 6. We've got the 100% Tommelby, which is the Bunnelby that Tom got me, and we've got the Fletchling. So we'll just evolve those and get them for the decks as well. Let's send that over to whatever it's Diggersby or something like that. I'm not a fan of these mons, to be honest, because they are unreal how hard they are to catch. They are too difficult. It also develops hands on its ears, which is quite a weird thing, but hey, it's a Pokemon. Into the decks, very nice indeed. And let's send this over to Talonflame or something that it is. Whatever this middle stage is, something that I don't know. Fletchinder. In the Dex, that's alright, it's another Dex, and we'll send it straight over to Talonflame, which doesn't get any good moves or anything like that. It's very much just a Dex filler, I believe. There it is. It does look cool. It does look a very cool design. Can't deny that. Into the Dex it goes. What's the CP? 940. Wow, amazing. We decided to just hit the raid normally. We've got 4 of us in. Sue jumped in and Danny from Bristol jumped in as well, and 4 of us on Genesect with a weather boost and mega boost. Quite significant damage being done. Could easily mock solo it, but that's so last year. 1916 is what we're looking for. What can we get?
Saw one on Monday or Tuesday.
1888.
1860.
No thank you. No thank you. But 3 rare candy. Catching off camera, we're going to go down to do an Among Us raid because I want to complete that individual raid boss medal. 150 different raid bosses you have to do. And Among Us I've never raided. No surprise. With an X-Scissor Genesect, Mega Boost, sunny weather, I managed to solo it. I've managed to solo a Genesect, so that video is probably going to go up before this. Did it with 15 seconds left on the clock apparently. Counting my time as 4 minutes 45 seconds, which I think is pretty good. I thought it was 11 seconds when the mon actually started to die. Quite chuffed with that. Gotta be said. But if we search up Excadrill, I'm on 279 XL candy for it, so not very much to go. 17 more XL candies to get before we actually have enough to get one to level 50. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we unfortunately lost the weather boost, which, I mean, now it kind of is correct. I did want to say, actually, we had a pretty decent grind session. I think I've got about 40 XL candy for Drillbur, so we're only 4 away. Well, I need to stock up on some items as well. 49 because yeah, I'll go 1 power up below. Yeah. 1 power up below.
Everything you can do below.
Because the level 49.5 Excadrill versus Heatran, as long as it doesn't have fire moves, it's great. We had a couple of Drillbur up here, about 5 of them, and actually managed to get the 296 XL candy already, which is fan-bleeding-tastic. Going to be a nice burning of Stardust. It does use 250,000 Stardust and 296 XL candy. What we're going to do is detract 1 power-up, so we lose, or we don't use 20 of the XL candy. That is level 49.5, I think. Let's burn that Stardust. 36.45. Wow. That is a healthy Excadrill right there, ladies and gentlemen. Level 49.5, because I'd be very annoyed if I've grinded all that XL Drillbur candy, only to find out that level 50 requires me to max like another 3 mons. I'm saving that for potential future quests. Anyway, time to head home because it is very cold. I'm losing sensitivity in my fingertips. And I need food, so home for a lure sesh. We got some lighting, ladies and gentlemen. I've booted up screen recording. I haven't actually managed to do any luring or whatever because I've been editing the Genesect solo race between Tom and I from today, which went up yesterday, so I hope you all enjoyed that and the premiere of it. Genuinely really chuffed to bits that managed to do that. That was an awesome challenge, and I'm really grateful that Tom actually decided to do exactly the same raid. So he did his a tiny little bit after me, about 10 minutes after. The first one he did had some weird glitch. So his first raid, he actually failed. He failed the solo. And then he redid it, and then he had one with 20 seconds left on the clock. So you work that one out. I do think that there is a very minor amount of RNG in how
the legendary raid boss, or the raid boss in general, spams its moves, because it is very weird. Sometimes it spams a lot of them at you, or sometimes it stocks them up, and if it stocks up, certainly in the case of Genesect, it allows you to get one more overheat off on a Reshiram or a Shadow Moltres or something. Anyway, I sort of remembered them like, okay, I evolved the Fletchling, and I evolved the Crocodile, or whatever the hell it's called, and Diggersby, that's it, or whatever it is. But I actually have a 98% Vanillite, which I caught in Bristol. Having just had an ice cream myself, I thought I might as well evolve this. We've got all the candy we possibly need. It's a decent 98, but how useful is this mon? Not very, I think, is the clear answer. I didn't bother evolving this during that winter event. I didn't think it was totally necessary. Yeah, kind of loses any of its little appeal that it had, so that's quite a gormless ice cream. Vanillish. Learns Astonish and Signal Beam. Interesting. Let's send it over to its final form, shall we? Well, we've had a considerable amount of Dex entries today, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the final form, where it multiplies and then gets a flake, an icicle, stuck in its head. Fantastic. Pokedex entry, Generation 5, Vanillux. I can rest easy in the sense that this damn thing doesn't spawn anymore, and therefore you won't be throwing every single one of your Pokeballs at it trying to catch the damn thing. I don't understand. It was harder to catch than any legendary. So I'm really pleased actually with the Drillbur. The Drillbur progress today was fantastic. Let me know if there's a certain Pokemon that you are searching for XL Candy for, and I would highly recommend looking over the upcoming celebration events. We've obviously got the Unova ones here until the 12th, so a couple of days left to go on that. And then the Sinnoh one is coming in swing, and then we've obviously got the Hoenn. So the Spotlight Hour that's going to happen in 2 weeks' time is actually meant to be Shroomish, but that shiny obviously isn't out, so maybe that means that Shroomish is going to be the Hoenn week's shiny, and also Johto, Spotlight Hour, I think, is meant to be Phanpy, and Phanpy again doesn't have a shiny. Maybe that will be the Johto week shiny new release. I do hope so, otherwise those two damn Spotlight Hours have no purpose. The one next week is Drifloon. I don't need any more. If you watched any of my Halloween videos, you'll know I have a lot of shiny Drifloon now, which I don't need any more of. I'm going to finish up the video here, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much for watching. Please do make sure to subscribe if you are new with the notifications on, and of course smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Yeah, do let me know in the comments if you've managed to get any of the evolved forms that I did today. Have you managed to do a Genesect solo, duo challenge? Any of those? What mons are you powering up to level 50? Because obviously some people have already done the quests, some people haven't. If you haven't, what are you planning on doing? I would honestly suggest Machop or Machamp is going to be one of them, because it will be the first solo com day where you'll have XL Candy in the game. So you'll be able to chase a specific mon very, very hard on that Saturday, next Saturday. Speaking of Machop, there is a Machop nest nearby, and I'm willing to give it a go to see if I can get a shiny Machop prior to the com day. It is still a shiny that eludes me. I haven't got one. If I can get the shiny Machop before the community day happens, that will kind of accomplish one of the things that I wanted to do, which is get the damn shiny, not through the com day, because the com day is going to devalue that shiny. Might also be worth saying that obviously I know this is a sort of weird road to level 50 episode where basically like kind of nothing really related to level 50 happens, but had to sort of catch up on all of the level 48 requirements and also see where we were at. It will be interesting to see what happens. So while we're just walking the 25k for the challenge, what can you do within that week? I will see you all in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. Take care.